Anthropic just launched another huge new feature. As of today, Claude Managed Agents is now in public beta, and it lets you build and deploy AI agents that run in the cloud without dealing with any of the infrastructure. You simply define what the agent does, and then Anthropic handles everything else. So let me break down what it is, why it matters, and then I'll actually show you it in action as I build out an agent in real time. So right now, if you want to build an AI agent, something that actually does tasks on its own, not just answers questions, you have to deal with a ton of infrastructure. Managed Agents takes all of that away. You define your agent either in plain English or with a YAML config file. You set your guardrails and you deploy it on Anthropic's cloud. They then handle the sandboxing, the authentication, tool execution, and scaling. Your agent runs in a persistent session that survives disconnections, so it can work on long tasks without dropping context. Anthropic says that it actually cuts development time by 10x, and they've got a few companies that have been using this in the background. So here's what you get out of the box. You get production-grade sandboxing, so basically your agents run in a secure, isolated environment. This means that you don't have to build in your own container setup. It's got built-in tool orchestration, so the agent decides which tools to actually call, it manages context, and it handles errors automatically. And you define which tools are available. Claude then figures out when and how to use them. It's got persistent sessions, so agents can run for extended periods and survive disconnections. So this is huge for those complex workflows that take a lot of time. It has session tracing, so everything the agent does is logged in the Claude console. Every tool call, every decision point, every failure. So you can debug exactly what's going on in the backend. Some of the early adopters are pretty impressive. So Notion has engineers shipping code while their knowledge workers are generating presentations and websites using custom agents. Asana built what they call AI teammates that operate inside project workflows and actually draft deliverables alongside human team members. Sentry, they paired a debugging agent with Claude that writes patches and opens pull requests automatically. And these aren't just demos, these are actually production employments inside large real companies. So this is Anthropic moving from we sell AI models to actually running your AI workforce and allowing you to build agents from the cloud. Before today, you actually needed some technical knowledge to build out an agent, but now small teams, even solo builders, employees can deploy agents that handle real business workflows. So the barrier just dropped massively. And if you've been waiting for the right moment to actually start building AI agents, this is it. Now, let me show you how this actually works. I'll build an agent from end to end and show you how you can access managed agents within Claude right now. So to actually access managed agents, you need to come to platform.claude.com. It's not going to be in your Claude application. So if you've been in here before, you'll now see this new section over on the left-hand side called Managed Agents. And in here, we've got a few different sections, which I will show you in a second. But the place you want to start is likely going to be Quick Start if you're building out a new agent from scratch. And in here, I'm going to build out a new agent. So basically, day-to-day, I work as a business broker. I sell online businesses in the 7-figure range. And when I do that, whenever I get a new listing that's coming to market, I have to then go out and research strategic acquirers. So if there's potential acquirers out there who would be a good fit, I want to find them all. I want to contact them, let them know that this listing is for sale. So I can build an agent that does that work for me. And in your day-to-day, there's probably 100 different things that you're doing, which you could have an agent do. So for this, I'm going to build out an agent that finds those strategic acquirers. It puts different information in a Notion database. So it's actually going to use different tools. And you can see some other examples down here as well of tools that can be connected. But for this, I'm going to connect to Notion and show you that in action. So let's go ahead and prompt it here. Can you please build me out an agent? I work as a business broker day-to-day, and I need to find strategic acquirers for businesses that I list for sale. So I want you to go out, I want you to do the research, I want you to find businesses that are a really good fit to potentially acquire the target brand that I have for sale. I then want you to take that information and put it into a Notion database. And in each listing, I want you to provide information such as the amount of revenue the company does, who are the potential contacts and their information that I could reach out to about this brand that we have for sale. Also provide some background on the company on what it does, and go ahead and build this. So I've prompted it here, and that appears in here. We just hit go, and it's going to start building out the agent. So you can see here, it starts building the config file, which is a YAML file. And in here, it's basically, this is essentially your prompt. So it's going to give you a name, description, the model it's going to use, and then the system. So the system is basically the system prompt. So you're a strategic acquirer research agent for a business broker. Given a target business for sale, you research and identify companies that are strong strategic acquirers, buyers who would benefit from acquiring this business. It then gives us the MCP servers and the tools it's going to use to do this. So I'm going to click on create this agent, and it's going to create it. It's usually pretty quick. And what we'll need to do is connect then and configure our environment. So your environment is the cloud container configuration, and that's where your agent is running. So what we're going to do, would you like to reuse an existing environment? I'm going to create a new one. As you can see, I've built out this agent just before I recorded this video, but let's click create a new one here for this example, and we'll let it create that. So it's created the environment here. It's actually very quick going through this, building some stuff with Claude. I'm going to click start session here, but building some stuff with Claude, it takes a lot longer, and this is pretty quick right off the bat. So as you can see here, it's explaining some of these things down the side. So environment, that's where agent lives, that's where it's running. Sessions is every time that you run your agent, that is an instance of it. So you can go in and we'll show you that in a second. What is the Notion database ID where the required record should be written? So I'm just going to create a new one, and hopefully it can create a new one for us there. Got it, the agent will create a new Notion database when given a target business. Let me update the system prompt to reflect that. Now it's asking me to create a Notion vault, so basically give it my credentials to access Notion. A vault is a workspace level store for MCP server credentials. It holds your auth tokens so sessions can connect to Notion without you re-entering credentials each time. So basically anytime you give it your credentials, you'll be able to use that. So which vault should this agent use for Notion credentials? I've already added them, so it would have a prompt here to add your Notion credentials, your Slack credentials, whatever it is. I'm going to use the ones that I already have. So I'm going to select the M&A Research Vault right here. I own this vault. I'm going to confirm. And as you can see, the M&A Research Vault already covers Notion, so the agent is ready to go. So let's do a test run right here. And it's going to start working. And your session is live. Send your first message in the test run panel on the right to kick things off. So we want to come over here, find strategic acquirers for a boutique organic pet food brand doing 8 million in revenue, primarily D2C e-commerce with a loyal repeat customer base. So this is pretty good. If I was actually using this, I would give it the actual URL of the site that I'm selling and ask it to find, perfect fit potential acquirers for that. But for this example, let's use the prompt here that it's given us. And in here, it's going to give you a preview. So it's going to show you all of the actions that your agent is actually taking. So you can see every step that the agent is taking. So it's doing tool calls, it's thinking, I'll start by researching potential strategic acquirers in parallel across several sessions. So it's then going and doing all of these searches across the internet. And eventually it will start pulling these in, and it should add them directly to Notion. We'll open up our Notion database here in a second, and hopefully it should be in there. So you can see here, it's now actually searching for key decision maker contacts at each of the top potential acquirers, which is super useful. So he now has comprehensive data on 7 strong acquirer candidates. So we could specify, in our agent that we want to pull 15 every time or 10 every time. You can see now it's creating a new table in Notion where it's got the company name, title, estimated annual revenue. It's actually created the database here, so it's now created that in Notion. If we come over to Notion and we click on this for boutique organic pet food brands, you can see here there's nothing in there right now because the agent is still running in the background, but we should actually be able to see it update here in real time in a second whenever it loads. But there's hundreds of different use cases for this. I wanted to get this video out quickly, but I will make some more and build out some example agents, maybe across different fields that you guys work in. Let me know down in the comments. But I think over the next few weeks, we'll see some crazy builds with this because it's just so much easier for anyone to access and use to build out these AI agents. So let's see what it's up to now. It's still working away in the background. I'll come back once it's finished here. So it's come back. It took about 4 minutes to go out and run this. And now it's created the database. It's going to add all of the strategic acquirers simultaneously. So you can see they just appeared in there. So let's open this up a little bit and see exactly what it's given us. So it's given us the 7 different companies here. And then it's give us the acquired type, their background, so we can look in and see, what does this company actually do? Is it a useful company? Does it actually make sense as an acquirer? And then we've got the data confidence, so all these are confirmed and high confidence. Looking at this, some of these are public companies, so getting actual data on them is going to be pretty easy. It also has a strategic fit rating over here and strategic fit summary. It's then give us key contacts over here, and what's super interesting is it's actually give us their LinkedIn for each of them. and potentially emails. So it's actually got emails for some of these people right here, which is very, very cool if that actually works. Now you need to sort of clean that data, see if it's actually legit, but it's at least trying to do that, which is super interesting. So that's sort of the agent start to finish, but let me show you some other things in here. So that's that session finished. If you wanted to run a new session, what you can do is come down here to your agents. So you've now got your strategic acquire agent, and that one was actually running on Sonnet, so I'd probably run it on Opus in future if I want to get the best results. You probably want to use the best model, especially for tasks like this. But we've got strategic acquire finder, so if you ever wanted to run that again, we can come in here, click on it, and if you come up to the top right, you can start a new session and then give it a name if you want to run it. Credential vaults, you need to select the M&A research vault or whatever vault that you are actually using. Give it ownership again, and then the tools that you're utilizing, and then you can create the session there. That will start up a new session for the agent. And again, I would send in my company here. It would go out and do the research for it and pull them in. So super, super useful. You can see down here as well, the sessions. So every session that you launch, if you use this quick start and you start it and then go out to any other tab, you won't be able to find that session again when you go back to quick start. So if you come down here to sessions, if you come in here, you'll be able to see I ran this one 6 minutes ago. That's the actual one that we just did. And you can see all of the steps here that it did. So it researched potential strategic acquirers. It searched for key decision makers. It had the data. It added the data to the Notion database. And bam, we had our list. So super useful. Over here on the right-hand side, you can sort of see all of the messages that come through and the database summary. In environments, you can come into your environments, and this is basically the environment that your agent is running in. So if you need to edit anything in here, you can. And in credential vaults, again, this is where you add in any tools that you want to connect to. So I'm super excited to play around with this a little bit more and start maybe implementing some of the workflows that I've built out in Claude Code and adding them in here. So that's how you build an agent start to finish with Claude's brand new managed agents. I'm super excited to build this out a lot deeper. And let me give you a couple of use cases or potential use cases for this tool. So if you're in the YouTube space, for example, you might want to build out an agent that runs at 9 a.m. every morning. It uses the YouTube API to actually go and search for new videos that were posted over the past 24 hours, find outliers, and then report that or put that into a Notion database for you or a ClickUp database, whatever it is. So that every day when you wake up, if you're a YouTuber, you now have new idea flow every day. You can see what's trending, what's performing, and you can build an agent out to do that for you, so you don't have to do it manually. You could also build out a code review agent. So you could basically have it where it watches a GitHub repo, any new PRs that are sent to the repo. It then reviews that code for any bugs or security issues and provides an analysis back maybe in a Slack chat. You could potentially do this to triage customer support cases. So you could have it connected to something like Zendesk, and it analyzes the support tickets that are coming in. It maybe then prioritizes each of them on urgency, and then it flags them in a Slack chat, or it puts them into some other database and flags them as high priority, low priority, medium priority. You can have it do that sort of work. So there's hundreds of use cases. I will create some more videos in this moving forward. If you do enjoy these videos, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers in the next 2 months. So if you can help me do that, if you got some value out of this video, go ahead and hit it now. I'll see you guys in the next one.